Good evening from the Central Illinois Weather Network. I'm Larry Eastep. We have tornado warnings across both east central and west central Illinois at this hour. We're going to try to give you an idea here what's going on with these as we look at Storm Lab. We can see a number of tornadic cells here on radar. First, let's go to east central Illinois, where we've got two tornado warnings in effect at this time. We'll go in here a little bit closer on these and we can show you these particular cells that we're looking at here. This particular one here, which would be over the extreme western portion, the southern portion of Ford County right now, into now moving into southwestern portions of Iroquois County. This particular cell here to the northeast of Gibson City and Paxton has a tornado warning in effect with it in effect until 7:45 this evening for Ford and Livingston County. Now, let's zoom on over here and show you this cell here we're watching very closely over Vermilion County. This is the northern part of Vermilion County from Rossville to Hoopeston right now, where we're seeing the most intense return with this. And we do have a report from weather spotters of a funnel cloud. Right now, Storm Lab is putting this particular tornadic actually here, this is a report from emergency manager of a tornado at 7:02 this evening in 3 miles northwest of Rossville. So this tornado in this area here, we're getting a report a little bit earlier. Train spotter at the intersection of Route 9 and Route 1 near Hoopeston relayed from the Chicago National Weather Service of a funnel cloud. That was at 6:53, so a little bit older. You can see this storm here has a height right now, and I'm going to bring up a storm cell table here on the screen that we can see that kind of gives us an idea what we're talking about here as far as intensity goes. We'll bring that up here where we can see it and show you these particular cells and what we're talking about with these. This particular cell here is this O0, and we're looking at right now a top on this up to around 36,000 feet. Some of these storms have been up around 40,000 feet. We're not seeing a high rotation with this right at the moment, a signature on radar, but that does not mean there's no TVS signature, but that does not mean there is not a tornadic possibility with this. Therefore, the National Weather Service has this tornado warning in effect now till 8 p.m. Central Time. Storm movement to the east at around 25. We'll put a pathcast on this and tell you the area here where this storm could be affecting over the next half hour. So movement generally has been to the east at around 25 miles an hour. So we'll put that on here and show you this storm starts to move in across the Indiana line and would be getting into the Pine Village and Oxford areas. But most importantly right now, if you live in the Hoopeston area, even over across the state line into portions of northwestern Warren County, you want to watch out for this. Okay, now let's go west here. We'll come back to these storms, but I want to go west because we've got a tornado here in the past few minutes that's been reported on the ground with this cell to the west here. We'll get this back into zoom mode and move you to the west and zoom in on this cell over here to the east, and we'll take the lighting off here because we've got a lot of stuff on the radar and it's kind of hard to see. Let's look at this cell. We'll zoom in again here on this and we can show you this particular cell in between Macomb right now and looks like to the east of Carthage. This particular storm has a report, funnel cloud by a train spotter being reported around 6:50 in McDonough County. This tornado warning for portions of Hancock and McDonough County in effect for about another 15 minutes till 7:30. A new tornado warning for the city of Macomb, and that tornado warning would be in effect until 7:45 this evening. Storm movement to the east at around 30. Now let's bring up storm cell on this because I want to kind of look and see what we're talking about. We've got, you can tell some storms going different directions here, but this has got a pretty intense signature on radar right now, and I would imagine if we have a tornado with this, it would be somewhere most likely in the Plymouth, just to the east of the Plymouth area, possibly a second part of this cell up in just to the west of Macomb. So we're talking about two separate areas here, and the warning for this indicates that two separate areas of rotation. Again, a tornado warning for these areas until 7:45 this evening, and that would be again for folks in McDonough County. And this tornado warning here, now we can pretty much clear Hancock County for the most part, except for the extreme northeastern part. Want to keep an eye here on this cell, but we'll keep an eye on that. The Macomb area definitely under the gun for a tornado there. And again, this tornado warning for portions of east central Illinois for folks over here in Ford County, and then the cell also in Vermilion County. And we just lost our radar here. Apologize for that, but we'll back out here and show you that storm one more time here. This storm, again, right in the Hoopeston area. Tornado reported at 7:02, so about 15 minutes ago. This would have been 3 miles to the northwest of Rossville. Storm movement to the east. Right now getting a pretty intense return on that just to the west of Hoopeston once again. What we're looking at with this is very intense hail, updraft. That area where the updraft begins is where we're going to see the possibility of a tornado form. So the National Weather Service wisely continuing this warning till 8 p.m. A lot going on. We'll keep you updated. Another update as needed.